Hello and welcome to PDGA Europe Talks, a talk show about all things disc golf in Europe. My name is Sindre Hofir and I'm really excited for today's episode as we are going to talk about a new disc golf concept that gives players in areas where courses are few and far between the chance to play. It's called Global Disc Golf, and to tell us all about it, I'm very glad to welcome Nathan Ray. Welcome, Nathan.
Hi, how you doing?
Fine. First of all, tell us a bit about yourself and your disc golf journey.
Well, my disc golf journey started in 2020 during lockdown, I think, like everybody's did. And I have one of the best disc golf courses in the UK is Longford Park in Manchester, and it's literally like 3 miles down the road, 2 miles down the road. So I started going there playing a bit. And then I saw somebody throw an amazing shot all the way over my head, all the way around on hole 5 to the basket. And I was like, that blew my mind. And after that, I was like, I think I need to buy an actual cheap rubbish starter set off Amazon, and I got that, and then a bit later I upgraded, and I've been stuck with it ever since. So
Oh, nice. So Global Disc Golf course, what is it and how does it work?
well, the idea behind it is, the idea kind of behind it is in Manchester, we've got 2 disc golf courses, and in the whole of the Northwest we've got 7 million people in the Northwest and only 2 permanent courses. And so I kind of come up with the idea of Global Disc Golf, put it on the back burner, spent 9 months trying to put a disc golf course in another park in Salford, that's in Manchester, and had everyone on board. And then finally they took it to the council, and the park service was like, no, we're doing building work in that park. We're not going to do anything for a year. Like, basically come back in a year's time. And I was like, and I've heard people go have that kind of experience, putting all this time and effort into try and get more courses in areas where nobody even knows what disc golf is. And I kind of went through that, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna bring back this global disc golf course, this idea where you can literally play anywhere, where there's no disc golf courses.
From top competition to the new players, from supporting women to funding new courses, PDGA Europe is much more than competition. Visit pdga.com/join and grow the sport.
Yeah. So you talked about how did the idea come about? How long have you spent working on it, and how has it tweaked throughout the years?
So I was playing on some football pitches, a mile from my house, just doing practicing shots there. And I was like, okay, can I throw it from the goal to the next goal? Which I can't, that's too far. But then can I throw it here? So I started kind of giving myself little challenges, and then I realized, you could probably turn this into a game. But it seemed a bit boring. And then I worked out, if you could find a way to play it, that you could put your basket somewhere, and then you just play into the same basket each time, so you're not having to set things up or moving things around. And that's when I realized, if this is going to work, I think this needs to be 0 setup. You can literally just turn up at a football pitch, as long as there's space behind the goal, put your basket down, and that's it. There's no more setup. That's the only thing you need to do. And that was probably 2022, I kind of had that kind of realization that needs to be what it is. And then I kind of worked on it a bit, went away from it, then came back to it at the end of last year when this other course development fell through.
All right. How many players are playing now, and in how many countries are players taking up the Global Disc Golf?
Well, at the moment, we've only had about 20 people play so far. A couple of people have played more than once, which was good. We played it with a bunch of people from my club. As a club night, our course was underwater. It was completely flooded. So I was like, okay, let's do club night on a football pitch instead. And so that was quite good. There's a bunch of us playing then. Had some people in America playing, and people in Denmark, I think, as well. So, when people are seeing it, and picking up and playing it and stuff. They seem to be enjoying it and getting good feedback on Instagram and things like that. And so,
yeah, nice. What are the goals for the next few years?
The goal is, I think I'll come up with the biggest like downside of the idea. It's also the main idea, but the problem is with disc golf is where it's popular, people know about it, and there's courses, and that's where people play. And then in areas of the world where there aren't as many courses, this is where the global disc golf course is great, because it is you can play it anywhere there's a football pitch. But the people in the places where there's courses don't really want to play it and then promote it in the areas where there aren't any courses. Because like even me, even if I want to go out and play disc golf now, I don't go and play the global disc golf course. I go and play my local course because it's 1-3 miles away. And so I think there's this like little bit of a paradox where it's great for places where there's no disc golf courses, but then people where there's courses don't want to play it and won't promote it, if you know what I mean. So I'm basically my short-term aim is to hopefully find some people who will play it locally to wherever they are, and then help promote it in like to people in areas where there aren't any courses. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it makes perfect sense. What are your hopes for the future, and what will it take for you to describe it as being a success?
I mean, I've not got huge. I think it's going to be success when people just carry on playing it regularly. You get a couple of people playing it every week, and it kind of ticks over for most of the year. And then if there's special events around it and people organize events and things, that would be great. But I would just from like my own personal energy kind of point of view, I don't want to be banging my head against the wall like promoting it all the time. I'd much rather it just kind of find its own little pace and find what kind of find its own little audience and kind of tick over itself. So
yeah, Global Disc Golf is available. If you want to read more about Global Disc Golf, go to globaldisc.golf, right?
GlobalDisc.golf, yeah.
Yeah, and you can check out all the layouts. There are 9 holes, right?
Yeah, so the idea with this first layout, kind of season 1, my little boy told me to call it. This says like, computer games have different seasons and stuff. So kind of season 1 is a quite tough, advanced level course at the moment. Only a few people have shot under par on it, and I've not shot under par on it on any of my proper games yet. So that's where it is at the moment. I am wanting to do a kind of a beginners level course as well, so we can have a beginners and advanced, which can be played by groups kind of at the same time. But I'm still working out how to do that as well. So yeah, advanced course at the moment, play anywhere there's a football pitch, beginners course coming soon.
And because all the layouts are exactly the same wherever you are, as long as you have a soccer pitch, there's a global leaderboard as well.
Yeah, so this is why it's called kind of global disc golf. Basically, you can play against anyone. All football pitches are basically the same size, and as long as the wind conditions aren't crazy, you can play against somebody anywhere else around the world and have like tournaments and leagues and stuff and have leaderboards. Yes, that's why we have the leaderboards on globaldisc.golf, and you can just see all the scores there and filter them how you want and things like that.
Perfect. Well, Nathan, thank you very much for explaining all about the Global Disc Golf course concept to us. And if you're watching at home, remember to go to globaldisc.golf.
Yeah.
And then you can.
And what I want to be a thing is, if you're watching, go and play it, film yourself play it, whatever. But when you post your scores on Instagram, challenge somebody else to beat your score. Challenge another disc golf player or a pro player or a YouTuber or whoever it is in your community. And hopefully, if we can keep people challenging the next person to play, we can hopefully grow it like that.
Nice. I know I will definitely try it. I'm on my way already. Thank you very much, Nathan.
Okay, thank you.
Bye. See you soon.
Bye.